talked about this at the top of the show, this instant gratification, this need for instant success, instant, approval and things like that. Joining us now to talk about that and a whole lot more is Vince Poscente. He's our in-house motivator, right?
He is. Vince, are you blonder?
No. Just maybe it's the light. I don't know.
I like it.
I do too. All right. So, have we gotten as a society we're obsessed with instant gratification, no matter what it is applied to? We want it right now.
Oh yeah. When I speak to audiences, I'll say it this way. We're a society based on instant, and everybody has the same answer, gratification, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's definitely on people's mind, and they know it's insidious in its nature, but of course it's okay to want something fast if you can get technology to work for you and all that kind of thing, but I think patience is going out the window.
Okay, how can we exercise and build our patience muscle then? I mean, I'm finding it's really hard with my kids, and it's hard for me too, because there's so much that I want to do that I can quickly make happen. So how do I exercise patience?
Well, Amanda, try this, is share a little story with them and get them to use their imagination and have them picture a 1,000-gallon bucket of water, like huge gallons of water, 1,000 gallons, clear sides, and pretend that we're going to turn this bucket of water blue, and the rule is we can't put more than 1 drop of dye in the bucket per day. But if we miss a day, you can't catch up the next day with 2 drops. And so let's say a blue bucket is something we're really excited about. You got to pretend, but let's say we're really excited to have a blue bucket. So day 1, we go up to the bucket with the dropper of dye, and the dye goes in, and what happens to it? Dissipates, disappears.
You barely see it.
Day 2, come up, dissipates, disappears. Day 3, day 4, every day, day after day. And can you tell the difference in the dye in the bucket? No, you can't. And so it's so easy today to get frustrated, and then somebody will come along and say, well, that blue dye's not working. Why don't you try red or something like this? And now we're off course. And so really just a metaphorical reminder to say that if we want to turn the bucket of water blue every day, be consistent and that kind of thing, and it gets us around this instant gratification, this need to, lack of patience, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've always said, I've had a boss tell me one time about 90% of your success is just staying in the game. A lot of people give up much too quickly. Do you suggest people surround themselves with people that would encourage them to keep going? Because, it's easy to have that person say, well, what the heck are you doing? It's not working. Rather than saying, hey, you're making some progress, keep going forward.
Yeah, a lot of things come to mind. One of them is that, yes, surround yourself by people, and that involves communication. That's being able to say, hey, this is my goal, this is the kind of way you can support me. I got a buddy in Canada that would call me every once in a while, and he'd just say, hey, I know you're working on this new book, you got this, and it was just helpful to have somebody, but he knew that was helpful. A couple ways we can perform from the standpoint of assisting other people is, instead of making statements, ask questions. For example, if somebody is going off track and you think they're going off track, instead of saying, hey, you're going off track, that's a judgment, but instead we're saying, how's it going? Whenever we ask questions, then we know that somebody's more curious about helping us rather than judging us. And that's such a huge thing, that we can participate in helping others. Ask questions.
All right, before we let you go, I'm just real curious. That set of skis behind you, were those your skis, or like? No, I knew that question was coming one day. It was, they were just laying around, and I just sanded them down and stained them, and I thought, I'll put them over there, and now it looks like I skied in the 1850 Olympics or something like that. But no, Abe Lincoln was your
92 Olympics, so different skis.
There you go. But the painting on your other shoulder is pretty unique as well. I mean, look at us. We're breaking his home down.
I know we are. We're not.
Hey, your office is inspiring others to do their best, right? But we'll leave it at that.
We got to help each other, and that's why we're doing this.
Well, that's why you're here with us.
You're always great, Vince.
I know. We love you. It was great to have you in the studio last week, by the way. That was awesome.
It was.
That was great. Why didn't the cupcake lady come last week? What's the deal?
She heard you. She'll be back with cupcakes for you. I bet she could make like a skier's cupcake or something.
There you go.
We got something for you, Vince.
Got one in the mail for you.
Cupcakes
right
in the
here.
mail.
You stuff it in an envelope, I'll see what happens.
You got it. All right, Vince, we certainly appreciate your time. If people want more information
Yes.
on you and having speaking engagements, best website for that?
VincePoscente.com will get you there, and I'd love to talk to you.
There you go. We appreciate your time.
Bye, Vince.
All right, coming
Bye,
up.
guys.